the fact of how are we here in the first place, and the Big Bang, and obviously inflation, but the fact that everything is so big, the universe is so vast, and the concept of space-time and just things that, you know, is not intuitive when you grow up, but when you go into astrophysics you think, wow, there's so much out there, and you feel part of something so much bigger than just the world, and especially if there's life or other forms out there, you think, oh, wow, it's nice to feel part of something bigger.
The style of teaching is different to that A-level, and it does take a slight transition over from your A-level course, but the lecturers are always there to help. The material is always laid out very clearly, it's always easily accessible on things like the VLE. The lecturers are brilliant. You can ask them questions after lectures, even during lectures, and they're always there to help whenever you want. Email them, arrange appointments. They'll always try the best that you can help. And the teaching here is just top-notch. Everything is good. Everyone's always here to help you, and to me, that's the most important aspect of this whole university, is how good the teaching is. And all the staff are really friendly. Even if you've never met a person before, they will try and help you. It doesn't matter who you are, they'll always try and help you out the best way they can, or at least point you to someone who can.
The staff in the physics department are very approachable. You can always go and knock on the door of the office and have a word with them. If they're not there, you can always send them an email. And you can always approach other staff who will then redirect you to the proper places to go and find out the information you require.
The physics course at the University of Leeds is a really, really good course. It's really challenging. They make sure that you build up, you don't suddenly fall in deep water and you don't know what you're doing, and it's good that they do a sort of comprehensive course in the first year, and then in the later years you're picking the bits that you like the best. You're not sort of forced to do things that you hate or whatever. Not that there's anything to hate, but it's that's what I really like about the course, the modular nature, and I think it really works out well.
The staff are very friendly, very down to earth, I'd say. I never feel intimidated by approaching them, because they always make you feel very welcome, very comfortable, and you're here to learn physics at the end of the day, and everybody's interested in physics and they're passionate about it. And you can see that a lot of the staff, the researchers as well, enjoy their work so much that it's really inspiring to you to see what they've accomplished and how much they enjoy it. So. Yeah, I definitely feel like the staff have, I have a good rapport with them, and I definitely enjoy speaking to them about things, and they definitely inspire me a lot. So.
In particular, the course, especially lab, it appeals to me. I'm a very hands-on person, and there's nothing more hands-on than getting to grips with an actual experiment and applying the physics to it properly. It's where you learn all of physics, I really think, is through hands-on experiments, learning oscilloscopes, liquid nitrogen. This is where it all comes from.
Everyone is your tutor, that's how close you are to everyone. People are nice, are friendly, all the time, no matter who you see. Everyone's always there to help and always try and help you out. And even if you're just interested in a particular type of physics and you want to go and ask a question, if a lecturer has free time or an academic, they'll always try and answer your question, or at least point you towards a book you could read and advise you in many ways possible. And I think the main key about what I like the most about the department is it's friendly, everyone's nice.
On my joint honours course, the university tries to get the courses to blend together as much as possible, to make sure that you're not doing things in physics that you haven't learnt in maths yet, and things like that. And sometimes it doesn't go to plan, but almost always it's completely fine, and that's really good. And there's a lot of support for joint honours students, because obviously sometimes it can be quite challenging, and that's one of the really good things about it, is that it is more challenging.
I went to Queen's University in Ontario in Canada, and that was an amazing time for me. I chose Queen's specifically because I am doing astrophysics, so they offered a lot of astrophysics modules. But it was a very mind-opening year for me. I think traveling, I love traveling anyway because I am from South Africa, and every opportunity I get to travel, I do travel. So it was kind of a natural choice for me to go to Canada. But actually being there and actually learning about the Canadian way of life and their traditions, and meeting people from all corners of the globe, it was just fascinating, and seeing how different people fit in different situations, and try and broaden your thinking on how people go about things. So I thought it definitely taught me a lot about myself, definitely, and kind of what you want out of life as well, in a sense. I think I've definitely got more of an understanding of how I want to go about things, what I want out of life, and what makes you happy. And just the new experiences and the excitement of being in a new country is always a fascinating time.
When I was choosing universities, I specifically wanted to go to Leeds because I love the fact that it's a campus university and you've got that friendly campus feeling, but you're already also in the middle of a city, which at some campus universities, you know, you've got to get a bus for like an hour, and it's brilliant, and I think it works so well. And you know, the university build like bars and clubs and things, they get used just as much. They're not abandoned for the city, and it's and that's really nice. And Leeds is such a lovely place to live. I think people often say just about bars and clubs and nightlife, but as a city it's beautiful, and it's so the wide streets, and a lot of it's pedestrianised, and there's so much to do in the day. There's galleries and there's the library, and it's just such a nice place to live, and I like it more than any other city I've ever lived in.
I definitely like the Union. I think when I was choosing universities to come here, the Union was rated the best in the UK. So, and it's easy to see why. I've tried quite a lot of societies and I'm very happy. I mean, you can try anything from mountain climbing, kickboxing, to belly dancing, hang gliding, but sometimes you don't have time for all of it. But yeah, and a lot of the trips are subsidized as well, so it's quite cheap to enjoy yourself.
The university itself is built right next to the Leeds City Centre, so there's plenty of places to go out on a night out. Not to mention there's 50,000 students, all of the same age group, which just makes for good times.